Big Time Talkers, where Tommy doesn't know the difference between Apollo Crews and Titus O'Neil.
They tag team together, right?
Yes, they're part of Titus Worldwide.
It's Titus Worldwide or Titus World Slide. I still remember that for the greatest Royal Rumble in Saudi.
Yes. Anyway, hi, welcome to Big Time Talkers. Tommy, there is a whole lot to talk about today.
There is.
Beyond our list of so Tommy will do 5 and I'll do 5 cities that should have either an expansion MLB team or a relocation MLB team, excluding Montreal, because we both agreed that was going to be that's going to be number 1. With Tommy, also we're going to talk about the exodus that NXT has had, and boy, there was a lot that happened there, bud, wasn't there?
There was. So let's just start with that. NXT, was it Friday? Yeah, it was Friday.
I do believe so. While I'm looking up,
it was Friday list. Because Sean said that Adam Cole was on location wherever SmackDown was that week.
That sounds right.
Like Adam Cole was told by WWE to be like, hey, be on location for something that happened. I don't know. But a little later, if I can get to the tweet by Sean Ross.
I'm doing the same thing. I'm trying to find who is been released. All right, so I have all the ones. It
was just NXT releases. It wasn't even...
yeah. I do believe I have all the releases that have happened in the last week now. So, I don't think we mentioned... Bray Wyatt got released.
I'm pretty sure we did mention that.
If we didn't, Bray Wyatt was released. Bronson Reed.
You forgot Bobby. Bobby Fish was also released.
Oh, I'm looking at the list, and Bobby Fish is.
So here's the list: Bobby Fish, Bronson Reed, Jake Atlas, Ari Sterling, Kona Reeves, Leon Ruff, Stephen Smith, Tyler Russ, Zachariah. Is that how you say it? Zachariah Smith.
Zachariah
Smith, Asher Hale, Giant Zangier, and then Mercedes Martinez. That was another one that I was kind of surprised that was a person that was released.
Yeah, there were quite a few on that list. Bronson Reed, Leon Ruff, Bobby Fish. Jake Atlas. I was surprised.
North American champion, NXT North American champion.
So is
right?
Leon Ruff.
I don't really know. Well, the thing is, I think this stems from the Adam Cole stuff, because Adam Cole's contract was expired actually, but then they renewed it for a month leading up to SummerSlam. So, I mean, if you're gonna ask for money, you gotta cut it down a little bit, if you know what I mean. So, but the one I don't think we actually did talk about it.
Barry.
Brock shows me a tweet from
Barry
McCrockner or whatever.
Barry McCockner.
McCockner.
Yeah.
It's just that
he's really trying. I mean, that one's just sad.
I mean, how many
releases?
Superstars have we had over this the past month?
Via releases?
Via releases. I mean, the one big one was Bray. We did talk about the Bray Wyatt one.
Yeah.
We did. I do remember that.
So, I'm trying to get so there have been 40 superstars that have been released since April by WWE. 40.
Okay.
If you would like, I can go through all of them.
Probably not. It's just it's like a giant laundry list of just releases. I mean, the big ones were Bray Wyatt, Andrade,
Ric Flair.
I mean,
Big Show, Chelsea Green, Samoa Joe.
Well, I mean, you can technically take him off that list since he's back with
Braun Strowman, Buddy Murphy, Aleister Black, Ruby Riott, Tyler Breeze. Killian Dane got released. I forgot about that one.
Oh, that's right, he did.
That's a big mistake. Peyton Royce. The Peyton Royce and Chelsea Green ones hurt me. Mickey James.
Mickey James one was kind of just like, really? You couldn't have just had her like work in the performance center.
Obviously, now look what she's doing with the NWA and Empower.
It's true.
Santana Garrett got released, and she's got a bright future in wrestling.
There's just a lot of like cutting talent, like,
and a lot of talent that didn't need to be cut.
Like, yeah,
as I'm looking through
talent
this
they
list,
just didn't.
Vanessa Bourne got released.
It's just crazy to think.
Andrade, we forgot Andrade.
I just said Andrade.
Did you?
Yeah.
Tucker.
I mean, look what he's doing now. With,
Kalisto.
Like with Fuego del Sol. Del Sol. I mean, he went back to his, what was it? He was in AAA before they signed him? I mean, he's at Andrade El Idolo now.
Yeah. Tranquilo. Yeah, Alexander Wolf got released. Forgot about that one. God. Tony Nese? Okay, stop. They
just straight up got deleted.
Yeah, we're watching the 2018 Royal Rumble back. Tommy was watching it when I came in.
But it's just...
There's just a lot of people. So based off that roster, this might be an experiment that we can do.
That's like, you could make a solid roster.
So maybe that's what we'll do.
You could make a solid roster with that.
So next week, we'll go through the lists of the releases, and we'll draft who we want.
Okay.
We'll do that for next week.
Actually, you could just make an entire like company out of those releases.
Because as I'm looking at right now, the ones in 2020 alone, god damn. Zelina got re-signed.
I mean, you can exclude Samoa Joe and Selena Vega, because
Drake Maverick got re-signed, although I don't know if he even got released in the first place.
I don't think he did.
Jesus. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, all these people from that last group that got released, what they're doing right now and the impact that they're having. The Revival, Gallows and Anderson, Deonna Purrazzo, Serena Deeb, Luke Harper.
I mean, oh man,
Cesar Benoni.
A lot of them are in AEW.
Rusev.
A lot of them are in AEW. Okay. Some of them are in TNA Impact.
Zack Ryder. He's now the current GCW heavyweight champion. I mean, I'm looking at this list. God, man. There's a hell of a roster that you can make from these.
You could literally just make an entire company out of just that roster and just entirely.
Oh, I've done that on 2K before. Yeah. We've gotten to the part of the 2018 Rumble where Cena's getting the shit kicked out of him by anyone.
It's a big match shot.
It's great. I love it. Fuck John Cena.
But,
anyway. Except when I saw him in Kansas City. Then, yay, John Cena! Yay!
It's just that the fact that, like, they're just shaving. I wouldn't consider it, but, like, they're kind of just cutting inventory. It's basically...
They've always had too many people on the roster.
They've always had bloated rosters, even with Raw and SmackDown. And even in NXT, they've always had bloated rosters.
Keep talking. I'm going to do something real quick. And check something. Just talk for a while.
It's just that the fact that, you know, they could do stuff with certain people. Like with Bronson Reed, they can... Like, if you look at NXT... I mean, who else? Like, name a couple people that are there. Adam Cole's still there, I think.
Yeah.
Karrion Kross. Sorry, I was going back to his old TNA name.
Son of a bitch. Hang on.
Or Impact name.
3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9.
You still have Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 19,
I mean, who else?
20, 21, 22. 23,
it's just the fact that
25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
There could be so much done with
31, 32,
a lot of those a lot of those people, other than the ones I just named, the ones that were just released.
38, 39.
Like, they could have made Bronson Reed probably NXT champion if they wanted to.
44, 45, 46, 47, 48,
There's a lot.
49.
There's like a lot. There's a lot on the roster. There's a lot on each roster.
51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56. 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64.
You know, some of them are
I know.
NXT talent, right?
I'm counting them. 65, 66.
Wait, does that say...
Producer.
Oh.
67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72,
There's a lot.
73,
Why do you keep
74,
counting?
75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83.
Why are you counting still? There's still so many. There's so many. It's bloated.
86,
Like there's.
91,
I had no idea
Fuck
she's
yeah.
still with
Her?
the
Yeah,
company.
she's pregnant. 91, 92.
With Ric Flair's kid.
95, 96, 97,
Like it's just like why are you counting still?
8,
Like they have so
99.
much.
100, 101, 102,
They
103,
have
104,
so much.
105, or 100, yeah, 105, 106, 107. I didn't even know he was still on the roster. 108, 109, 110, 111, 112,
I thought they
113.
released. It's one funny
he's
is I
still
thought they
there.
released Pete Dunne.
No, he's still there. 113, 114. I forgot he was in NXT.
Rampage Brown.
Yeah.
Huh, me neither. Because they don't show a lot of people on TV all the time.
116, 117, 118, 119, 120, 122, 123, 124, 125. Didn't know he was still on the roster.
Wait, what? Is he
Riddick
really?
Moss, yeah.
What?
Oh, forgot about him. Anyway, 124, 125, 126, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32,
Brock, there's so they
30,
have so
34,
much. They
35.
still have so many people.
36, 37, 38, 39, 40,
Brock, they have
41,
almost 300 plus in talent. Like, what are you gonna do with
48,
all that? Like, there's
50,
no like
51, 52. Who the fuck is T-Bone?
no idea. Either way, it's just that you have a lot of talent that they're not gonna use. I don't care. I don't care that they're gonna like they released them.
Over 170.
Like they have almost 200 plus talent, and then they have more people at the Performance Center.
Yeah. Yeah. And there are several people on this list. Yeah, sorry that I went quiet for a bit there. I literally went on
This man literally
WWE.com.
counted. This man literally went on to WWE.com willingly and
Yeah.
counted how much people they have on the roster.
Including some people I didn't even know were still on the roster.
Yeah, me neither.
Like, the Brian Kendrick is still employed.
The fact that Brian Kendrick is still employed says something. Like, there's so much talent they have, they just don't know what to do with. And then they have people at the Performance Center that they don't know what to do with either.
And there's a lot of people here I've never even heard of.
Like, there's so many people like I don't even know. 'Cause
Like, who
they're
the
not-
fuck is Sam Stoker? And what title does he have?
Like, they don't even probably like
NXT,
NXT
UK.
UK. There's probably some NXT UK people. I mean,
Well,
we don't
yeah,
really.
but it's the NXT UK tag team title. I'm like, what the fuck? No, I don't want to. I do not want to take a survey.
No, please don't. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Oh yes, let me take a survey. What the fuck are you doing with your divisions?
It's the fact that like they've always had a bloated roster. They've always had that problem. After they acquired WCW, they've had that
Even
problem.
before then.
And yeah, even before then. I mean, when they introduced SmackDown to basically put the final nail in the coffin against WCW, it's just that they had so much they didn't even know what to do with. Like, I mean, you're still gonna have to pay your big name players.
Who the fuck is on 205 Live?
No idea.
There are
Only 6 people on 205 Live.
showing 4 because Nigel McGuinness is on here.
I guess this is the fact that there's only like look at look how much
Okay,
they
let's go to NXT UK.
look how much they've gutted 205 Live. Like look how much they've gutted that show in particular.
So hang on, there's 4 per square, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 4 times 9. Why do I not know this?
36?
36. 39 total talents, and that's including backstage interviewers, commentators, everything.
Brock, like going
And
back,
that's on NXT UK.
like they've had like so much. They've always had roster
Holy
problems.
shit, Johnny Saint still arrived.
Really?
Yeah, fuck. I didn't even know
It's
that.
just the fact that like they've always had bloated rosters. Like going back to their, I mean, look at the Attitude Era. Like each like other than the WWE title, like every other title was getting passed around like hot potato.
By the way, the worst endeavor that I'm getting ready to start, shameless plug for the channel, I'm getting ready to do a career mode on WWE 2K Universe mode.
Oh God.
and I'm on the Raw brand.
May God have mercy on your soul.
I already have the roster filled out.
But it's just like...
They're including my character.
Oh, okay.
49 people on the roster.
Oh my God.
I did a test run through. I won the WWE Championship.
Like, look at, hold on.
I beat Cedric Alexander for it.
I want to go back to Bray Wyatt. Like, look at what they did with him at this, like, with NXT, he was fine. Like, I didn't really think of it, but, like, when he came up to the main roster...
Oh, they fucked him up from his debut.
Like, they just dropped the ball completely. Same with Samoa Joe, even though he's with the company again. I mean, they released him for, like, a donut and a cup of coffee.
This is fabulous, fascinating. I'm really just going through the roster right now.
Will you stop?
No, what the fuck has Liv Morgan been doing? What's her goddamn gimmick now?
I don't know.
Does she still?
Does it look like I watch SmackDown on Fridays?
I
have no idea. I work on Fridays, so I don't watch SmackDown.
She's got some weird tattoos going, or tattoo effects going on.
I don't know.
Underneath her eyes.
Get off. Get off. Get off.
What the fuck have they done to Otis?
Get off. Get off.
No,
get off.
I must find out what they've done to Otis.
Get off. You missed it.
That's not even what he looks like anymore.
I don't know. He's tag teaming with Chad Gable now.
I know.
It's funny to think that Chad Gable's still on.
What have you done to my boy? He was in, like, a Speedo.
I don't know. I don't watch SmackDown on Fridays.
Anyway, yeah, so 70-plus talent that they've had. So they've released 40 this year.
They've released at least 40-plus...
This year.
Over the past year
Since April. Since this April. So that's what? They've had over... It means they would have had over 210.
But the problem with now is... The problem with this is that AEW is starting to... I don't mean to sound like a mark here, but like AEW is slowly starting to creep up to that. That's why they're doing a second show. That's why they're doing a second show.
Which...
This Friday, I think.
There's a simple way for them to, fix that.
What?
It's getting rid of all the, stupid characters on there.
No,
I'm going to go to AEW.com, see what they have on their roster.
Brock,
okay, I'm doing
Brock,
this shit.
We have a podcast. We're recording a podcast.
I know we do!
And you're getting off topic by just looking at AEW's website.
Well, I haven't even found it, so I don't even know if they have a website.
I don't even know if they have a website.
Do they have a website?
No idea. Either way, it's that wrestling companies, especially like WWE, are always going to have...
No, they do. Holy shit.
They're going to have problems with talent because before all the stuff happened...
Good God.
They have a lot. They have a lot too.
I don't even know how... Well, okay, hey, I like him.
A lot of the stuff
there we go.
A lot of the people that they signed are from New Japan...
WWE. A lot of WWEs.
Certain TNA Impact.
Just indies.
Just a lot of indies, especially not PWG.
PWG, Ring of Honor, I don't know where else.
Well, they got Fuego del Sol from AAA, I think.
I don't know who some of these people are. Fuck you! I hate your ass.
Oh, he saw a picture of Marco Stunt.
Fucking hate. Hey, look at him! You know he's supposed to wrestle here in Kansas City this month?
Really?
Him and his brother? Yeah, 29th.
I don't know. Did you
want to go?
No, I don't know.
It's the 29th.
Of August?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's the fact that they're always going to have...
Why the fuck is he still on the roster?
Certain companies are always going to have roster problems. I don't know.
Why is he still on the roster?
They probably haven't updated it.
He's not even with it. Yes, he did! Because right underneath him is Malachi Black.
Oh, that's...
What the fuck? What the fuck?
It's the fact that companies are always going to have roster problems. They're going to have they're always going to count their chickens before they hatch. Like, they don't know what to do. Like, WWE has always had that problem. Right? They've always had that problem. Are you listening to me?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Like,
I can agree. They always have.
They've had that problem, like, going back to, like, even pre-Attitude Era.
They don't know how to fucking arrange things in alphabetical order. They have Bunny before Anna Jay. Whatever.
It doesn't really matter.
Fucking learn how to... God damn, this roster...
Kenny Omega probably made that list for the women's roster since he's...
Well, that would explain why there's so many Japanese performers on it.
But if you look at AEW...
What is that shit? Hang on.
But if you look at AEW, they did the smart thing. They're like, hey, if you want to take down...
I guess there's only 3.
If you want to take down WWE, we got to work together. Why do you think, AEW's been working with Impact?
Holy shit! Ty Conti has 38 matches?
Yeah, she wrestles on Dark a lot. She has a lot of AEW Dark.
She's wrestled 30 times this year alone.
She wrestles on AEW Dark.
I don't remember her fucking...
She's on Dark.
I don't remember signing in 2020, though.
Well, I mean, WWE released her, too, by the way. Just throwing that out there.
Oh, I know they did, but
But
God damn! Some of these people have a lot of fucking matches.
Hey, focus. Focus.
Why are you snapping at me, bitch?
Because you're on the AEW's
I'm looking
website.
at it, I'm going, this is a bloated roster.
Yeah, you could say the same thing for WWE.
A lot of places have bloated rosters.
Every company has bloated rosters. Impact probably, I don't say Impact or Ring of Honor. Like, they kind of know what to do.
We'll find out. Since we're on this right now. Since we're on this list and going at it, why not? Let's see. 4. So 2.
They probably...
That doesn't fucking help.
They're probably just like a stable or something. I don't
Well,
know.
I know they are. Well, I know who the fuck Decay is. That's Rosemary, Crazy Steve, and...
Like, they just, like, they've always had the problem.
Yeah, there's Heath Slater. He's just going by Heath now.
This is Heath.
Holy crap, he's back!
Jane Storm?
Yes! Johnny Schwinger!
Okay. You're getting off topic.
I would let her crush my head between your thighs.
Okay, we're definitely getting off topic now. Yeah, totally getting off topic.
Basically what I'm seeing here is, yeah, that's a lot of fucking people. Yo.
What?
That could be a tag team. They could do something.
What, 3XL?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just...
That'd be a good heel tag team in the territory. I've said the same thing about Retribution's Mason T-Bar. They could be, really good...
call them by their regular names, just instead of...
Even just going,
Dijakovic and... What was the other guy's name?
Dio Madden. Even
Dio
if Dio
Madden.
Madden sticks with Mace, because Mace isn't a bad name.
But, like...
But T-Bar fucking sucks.
But it's sad to see, like, all this talent.
Yeah.
You usually regularly see on TV, like... Especially
Yeah.
Bronson Reed, just let go. Just like...
Yeah.
Let me get a phone call and be like... I wonder who was making the phone calls that time. You know?
Oh, after they released, what's his face?
Bray Wyatt?
No. Mark Carrano. After sending all the women's shit back in trash bags.
Oh, that was wrong.
Mike Chioda got released. Part of that 2020 releases. How the hell could you do that to him? We love Mike Chioda.
You never realized that?
No, I forgot about that. Dude, when have I watched WWE?
Me neither.
Except,
I think I sent you a tweet about that.
I don't remember it.
Oh, okay. Well, the fact that just, like, it's just sad to see all these things go. Like, of course, WWE is the cookie cutter. We wish them on their best endeavors and all that. Meaning,
They didn't even give that to all these guys.
no, they didn't even give it to the NXT. That was kind of like a late...
Or any of them. I think they... Well, in a mass release type thing.
I mean, in a mass release kind of thing, it's just like they're not going to have enough time to be like, we wish them all in their future endeavors and all that. Like, one by one. They're not going to do that.
Although I will say is interesting to see how many of these people have landed on their feet since being released.
You mean signed with other companies?
And have done well.
Well, I mean,
for
a little bit...
Aiden English is now in Impact. He's teamed
Aiden-
up with Deanna Purrazzo.
So if I'm not mistaken, I mean, Rusev...
All the Rotundas have been released.
The Rotundas have been released. Let's see.
All of them.
With Rusev...
Lana was also released.
I thought she's still with the company.
No, she got released.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, with Rusev, they didn't really know what to do with him for a bit, but now they kind of know what they're doing with him.
Don't get me started on this booking. We've been over that.
I said,
messages.
hold on, I said this. That's why I said when they first signed him, they didn't really know what to do with him, and now they kind of know what they're doing with him.
A little bit.
A little bit.
That was a shit super kick by Dolph.
Same with Brody Lee.
Oh, that was a good one. Holy shit!
With
that would look stiff. Go back to that.
With Brody Lee. Rest in peace, Brody Lee.
Oh, you're too far. You're way too far. Sorry, we're watching the 2018 Rumble.
I mean, with Brody Lee.
Oh, that was a shit recovery too.
Remember when everyone was like, "Who's the Exalted one?" Everyone was like, "It's definitely Matt Hardy. Definitely Matt Hardy."
Watch the super kick. Shit!
Well, that's pretty good.
That was a fucking good one.
Pretty good super kick. Nice little leg slap to it. I mean, let's see.
Why were they just hyping up Dolphin? Ooh. God, Goldust power slams are always fucking great.
I mean, they did book Brody Lee correct.
Super kick him off? Nope.
They did book.
Maybe. Yep. That was another shit one though. God damn, Dolph.
They did.
Dolph's very hit or miss with super
see.
kicks.
I mean, with Brody Lee, they did do well with him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, rest in peace, Luke Harper.
Yeah. What the hell have Primo and Epico done? I mean, granted, I don't have my pulse on.
Dude, I have no idea.
I don't have the pulse on Puerto Rico wrestling.
No idea.
But you know, Akam and Rizar, they've fallen off the map.
Mm-hmm.
Eric Young's now in Impact.
Eric Young's in Impact.
Mike Bennett challenged for the NWA title.
Heath Slater's in
Impact. We just saw that.
I have no idea.
Dash and Dawson are now Cash and Dax in
Cash
AEW.
and Wheeler. I thought it was Cash and Wheeler.
Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler.
Oh, it's Cash. Okay.
So it's Dax and Cash. They're on my favorite list of wrestlers.
They're doing like they're doing like an old school FTR shtick still, which is fine. I ain't complaining about that at all.
Yeah. Cain Velasquez also got released in 2020.
That's right, he did.
I don't remember that.
But like a lot of these
before I forget, R.A.P. Bobby Eaton.
Oh, that's right.
We'll get to that later. Oh God, this is my favorite face off. Anyway, keep going because we'll have to talk about the Bobby Eaton. That one was hard for me.
What else? I mean, a lot of talent are probably going to be signing with certain talents are probably going to be signing with AEW, and then the others might just go to Japan or Mexico.
Or I mean, in the
or
cases
Impact. I mean, they might go to Ring of Honor.
Like
Impact,
in the cases
NWA.
of El Ligero and Killer Kelly. I mean, they're probably just going back to.
Probably just going to go back to Mexico and just wrestle for AAA.
No. They were in England, so they're probably just going back to England and
whatever companies.
Whatever's left.
Whatever's left of wrestling there.
I don't even know what's left.
I don't even know
what companies are left in England.
Don't even know. NXT UK is the first one that comes to mind,
which is sad.
Which is a very sad thought.
Yeah, I mean, is ICW still going?
No idea, dude. I have no clue. I don't follow the wrestling scene across the pond. I don't. I really don't. I really couldn't give you an honest question other than NXT UK, which is really sad to think. Like, a lot of those talents are probably going to go back to Mexico and wrestle for AAA or MLW. Certain talent might just go to
Progress is still around.
Oh, okay.
So
really?
Yeah. Eve is still around. Holy shit.
Interesting.
Well, that's where goddamn what's her face? Killer Kelly's gonna go.
Well, let's see. What's another one? I mean, like a lot of talent might just go back to New Japan, or all Japan. Might go to New Japan or All Japan or Ring of Honor.
ICW is still around.
Seriously?
ICW is still around.
They're still on live sport, basically. I think.
I mean, I don't know what they've been doing.
Me neither. I have no idea what ICW's been doing.
But, yeah, I mean, so I guess there's still companies in England for those that have been released from NXT UK. So, I mean, Travis Banks.
Yeah.
He was in a weird spot, though, because he was he had a lot of hype going in before he got signed because he was doing incredible things for What Culture Pro Wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
He's from New Zealand, but he was in that English wrestling scene, so I don't know if he's going to go back to...
I don't really know.
Back to the Pacific and wrestle for All Japan or New Japan or what else?
I mean, a lot of talent might go to New Japan.
Not that they've released.
Not certain one. I said.
I mean, Killian Dane, he's going back to ICW.
Killian Dane's probably definitely going back to ICW.
I mean, he was a beast over there.
Don't know what I don't understand the release with Killian. The Killian Dane one just made no
Bobby
sense.
Fish probably gonna pop back up in Ring of Honor.
Bobby Fish will definitely just go back to Ring of Honor.
Bronson Reed is from the UK, so God, I'm looking at this list and
I mean, Bronson Reed might go to AEW. Might. I said might.
I don't think he will.
You never know. I never thought Andrade would just show up on be signed. I never thought Malachi Black.
No, I thought that one would happen.
The Andrade one, I didn't see that. That one was kind of surprising. I thought he would go back to like AAA.
Murphy's going to AEW, right?
Murphy? Buddy
Yeah.
Murphy?
Yeah.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely. I think he's staying here stateside.
But yeah, so there is our comments on bloated wrestling rosters and all the releases that have happened, and God, it sucks, but
Dude, it sucks.
at the same time,
it's a business.
as I mentioned when we were going through the AEW roster, Matt Seidel's coming to wrestle in Kansas City
But
for a
yeah.
local promotion
But if
here.
you look at it, it's just a business.
Oh God, don't get that line.
But it is. Like, as much as I hate to say it, it is.
It is the worst line, and if you follow Sean Ross Sapp on Twitter, he says that every time. He's like, "Don't say it's just business." No,
What else am I gonna say? Like,
I know it sucks.
it sucks. Like that. I
don't know why
say
they're
that all
doing
the,
it.
Like I don't say that. Like no one says that all the time.
I know. I don't know why. I don't know why they're doing it.
I don't. It doesn't make sense.
Speaking of things that I have no words for, Bobby Eaton passed away this past week at the age of 62.
I don't understand that, but okay, it's something completely different.
Tommy's commenting on a Royals roster move. Bobby Eaton passed away at the age of 62. Part of my favorite tag team of all time, the Midnight Express. Part of my favorite stable of all time, the Dangerous Alliance.
Right? Either way, continue.
Yeah, Bobby Eaton was the most underrated worker of all time, perhaps. He's up there. I mean, no, he is. He's the most underrated worker of all time. If he was to work today's industry, he'd put Seth Rollins, all your top, whoever you consider the greatest wrestler, your Kenny Omegas, your Kazuchika Okadas, your Tetsuya Naitos, your anyone's.
Tanahashi.
Tanahashi
on that.
Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn's, whoever your amazing, or just Shinsuke Nakamura's, all of them.
List off the entire New Japan roster?
No,
Former New Japan people?
AJ Styles. Name whoever you want. Bobby Eaton put them to shame. He was one of the greatest to lace up a pair of boots, pull up a pair of tights. He influenced everyone in the wrestling business today, whether they know it or not. Everyone could say it's Dynamite Kid no. Bobby Eaton did.
That Dark Side of the Ring was interesting.
Yeah.
On Dynamite Kid?
Bobby Eaton would go up to the top rope 2 or 3 times a match, and it wouldn't be the finish.
Never mind. I'm not going to say that.
But my favorite iteration of the Midnight Express will forever be him and Stan Lane, because that's the stuff I've seen the most of. Whether it was them as the Midnight Express, or even them when Bobby went to Smoky Mountain Wrestling to join up with Stan, and, Stan, and, Stan, and Stan, and, 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 It's just... It sucks.
I know for you that sucks.
Yeah. I mean, Dusty dying sucked for me. And I was still such a young professional wrestling fan as well for it.
Mm-hmm.
But this one, man. Flair's is going to hurt so much.
Dude, Flair's is going to hurt. Can we just find the youth? Can we just find, like, the key to immortality and just give it to him?
Yeah. Hogan, I'll be sad.
The Hogan one's going to suck, but, like, it won't
Hogan one won't...
It won't be as bad as
I've met Ric Flair. And I had a conversation with Ric Flair.
The Ric Flair one's going to suck. The Hogan one, I'd be like, oh, okay, that kind of sucks.
You know, that's the thing. Like, I can look at who's left of the legends that are left. Who's going to hurt for me?
Stone Cold one's going to hurt for me.
Stone Cold will hurt. Cornette for me is going to suck.
Cornette's going to be a hard one, too.
Cornette's going to suck. Flair's going to suck. Stone Cold's going to suck. I mean, I'm looking at the ones that are, like, imminent. Like, Flair.
Flair has avoided death so many times. It's just like, this man ain't dying.
Bob Orton Jr., that one's going to suck. Jerry Lawler. Oh, that one's going to be terrible. When he goes. I mean... That's the thing, man. Like, Bobby hurts. And Bobby hurts really badly. And... God. I'm actually starting to tear up.
Are you good?
Might have to talk for a bit.
Are you good?
Harley's was also hard for me.
Will you stop? You're gonna start. I'm gonna hear you start bawling out, crying, and I don't want that to fucking happen at all. Like, at all.
Harley Races was hard because I wanted to get trained by
Here,
him.
let me pull up the... You might have to bleep this part out.
Oh, God.
You might have to bleep this part out. I gotta play an ad. Hold on, there's an ad.
But I mean...
Hold on, there's a 15-second ad about
Roddy's
something for hair.
Roddy's was
Will you
bad
stop?
too.
Will you stop?
No, I can't.
I don't care, but we're going to a game tonight. So I have to tie that in.
Speaking of baseball, thank you for the segue, Tommy. It is now time.
You're acting like a fucking 5-year-old that
Well-
just dropped his found it just lost his favorite blankie. You are. You actually are. You are. Don't smirk. You know I'm right.
Whatever.
What?
I hope Jake Roberts dies tomorrow.
What's a snake? What?
He's on your list. I think he was even with the Midnight Express.
I think he was.
So
I don't remember.
That would be an equal one. Anyway.
Either way. Brock?
R.I.P. to Bobby Eaton. But now, you gave the segue for baseball. Tommy,
Expansion.
it is now time for our picks
4 expansion teams.
for MLB. Let us... So these are cities that should either have a team relocate there or expansion to them in Major League Baseball.
I mean, they have talked about expansion to certain cities.
Yes, they have.
We're not going to spoil it. But Montreal is obviously going to be the number one place that
there we
people are
go.
going to be talking
That's
about.
number one we're going to say. Montreal, out of the question. We're not even going to talk about it because at this point...
Yeah, so this is the...
what Tampa Bay's doing, it's a certainty, isn't it?
Oh, it's probably...
Yeah.
It's definitely going to happen. But it's weird because, like, with the Montreal stuff, it's like... I mean, technically, they're in Washington right now.
I still think they're going to be the expert. Anyway, so Montreal, out of the question. So, we have each compiled a list. One of us has a more extensive list than the other.
How are
per
we
usual.
going to do this? Am I going to go first or are you going to go first?
So,
I'll go first.
So, we will each pick 5 teams. Now, when one city is announced,
Mm-hmm.
that's it. It's off the board. You can't select it. Tommy made the mistake of.
Well, I did. The way
did
you,
explain it.
The way you
I said
kinda-
you could
Well, I don't think you.
explain your.
Well, I kind of forgot about this, and then I remembered about it, and I'm like, so. I asked him like, what was our list again? He's like, top 5 MLB like relocation cities, excluding Montreal. So when I thought MLB, I'm like, okay, maybe teams that don't like. I thought maybe cities that don't have like baseball at all, like that includes minor league. Like if that team has at least somewhat of a minor league team. For me, I thought they were like, okay, I can't do this team, I can't do that, I can't do this one, I can't do that one, I can't do that one. So I made then this guy to my right decided to make how many 18?
I made 18 on my list because I thought.
Look, I only did 9.
Yeah.
So
I thought this man and me would be overlapping all over the place. And because I thought he understood that cities with minor league clubs are still on the table. I will go ahead and let you have the first pick, and also you can still select cities with minor league teams.
cities with minor league teams?
Yes.
Okay.
So here we go. So again, this is. So once we do this, we will compile. I will compile the list, and I will make logos. So you also have the team names,
you
correct?
said the top 2, right? For the 5,
So the
for
top
5 of them, the top 5 I found names from. The others I really couldn't. It was really hard to think of team names.
Oh, I've came up with a lot of, except for number 18, because I was just tired at that point.
Like for you, I know it was easy.
Yeah, because I'm a super creative dude. Like, this is all that I do. But yeah, so.
Okay, I will start.
Does
Does it matter?
Here you go.
Can we just pick from our list? We don't have to do it like in order.
Well,
like
yeah,
that
because
as
if
well?
I select, your number.
Oh, so this is like a draft.
Yes,
basically.
this is the draft. Like, we are drafting these teams. So once a city is off the board, that's it. They're gone.
They're gone.
Nothing more. You can't select. So I don't think either one of us have it on here. But say like one of us said Honolulu.
Like Hawaii?
Yeah.
No, I don't have Hawaii.
If say Tommy said Honolulu, I'm like I couldn't select Honolulu. And if I said Anchorage, Alaska, he couldn't say Alaska.
Okay, would it be fine if it's just like the state? Or like a Providence or something like that? I wouldn't like.
So I have one state on my list.
Because with Montreal, they're in just one country. Like that's just like a city in a giant country.
Yeah. So with
Same
the
with
exception
Toronto.
of one on my list, all of them are cities.
Okay.
And the one on my list, there's a reason why. But all right, without further ado, Tommy, you have the floor. You have the first overall pick in the B card.
See, the first pick.
The B card MLB or cities that should have an MLB team draft.
First pick probably is not good. Probably might be obvious, but the one that they talked about a lot is Nashville. I mean, come on.
All right, and what is the name you came up with?
Then Firebirds, and then their nicknames can be the Hot Chickens.
God. Okay, so Nashville was my number 3, and I had
hold on. You want to that's a good nickname, right? Because I guess get it because of the Nashville Hot Chicken Sandwich.
I get it. Nashville was my number 3. They were the Nashville Stars.
The Nashville Stars. I mean,
after
the Hot Chickens would have been a pretty cool
the Negro Leagues team that was in Nashville.
Well, that's right. There was one.
So is it my pick now?
Yes.
All right. With my first pick, I select from the great state of Kentucky, the Louisville Legends.
See, I wanted to put Louisville on there, but then I was like, okay, maybe Brock definitely has this on his list.
That was number 1 for me, sir, because I have been advocating for Louisville to get a team so bad. So bad.
I mean, they've always talked about getting an MLB team.
They have. And Legends makes sense because Louisville Sluggers, just everything. Like, it makes sense. All right, Tommy, your number 2 pick.
Next pick might be an interesting one for you. I don't think you have it in there. Vancouver.
Vancouver is on my list. What did you name them?
Oh, the Mounties.
I had the Vancouver Bears.
The Mounties is better. I mean, for Vancouver, it'd be easier because, for Vancouver, it'd be nice to have a team in Vancouver because Toronto wouldn't have to travel as much.
Yep.
They don't have to like cross the border.
So I have another
anything.
Canadian team, but I don't think you're going to get any of the ones that are in between them. So,
No idea.
okay.
The only big
So-
cities I know are Vancouver, Montreal, Ottawa.
They're not on my list.
Ottawa's not on my list either.
Um,
But like the Mounties would be pretty, but that would be cool to see baseball in Vancouver.
oh, yeah. Plus, they'd have a built-in rivalry right there with the Seattle Mariners.
Yeah, like they're right there.
Speaking of teams that'll have built-in rivalries with other teams,
Portland, isn't it?
they're on my list, but that's not who I'm taking with number 2. My number 2 is the Charlotte Knights.
See, that was on my list. I haven't.
Charlotte,
I
North
like it.
Carolina.
Here, you want to hear my name for them?
Sure.
The Mudhounds.
Mudhounds?
Mudhounds.
That's not a bad one.
It's a good one, ain't it?
Yeah. But the Knights, that's already the minor league team there. I
See.
thought about the Charlotte Horsemen because wrestling. 4 horsemen in the Charlotte territory.
What are we on? Pick 3?
Yeah, so Charlotte Knights, so let's review. Tommy has thrown out the Nashville Firebirds.
Their nickname can be the Hot Chickens. That would be, dude, that actually would be really cool.
Nashville Firebirds and the Vancouver Mounties. And I have the Louisville Legends and the Charlotte Knights. Tommy, your number 3 pick.
Might be an interesting one. Indianapolis.
They're on my list. That was my number 6.
Their
you bastard.
name could be like the Racers or something, kind of like with like the Indy 500.
I had the Indianapolis Nitro / the Racers.
Like yeah, that's what I said. The Races. I'm like something to do with racing.
Yeah.
Like I mean, they have the Pacers. They already have the Colts there. I'm like,
Yeah.
might as well add a baseball
That's
team. While
why
you're at
I
it.
thought of Indianapolis. So, because you took my number 3, I will have to go to my number 4. And we will go to a place that we were just in recently. A beautiful city. Has a
Omaha.
beautiful stadium. Number 3 for me is the Omaha Golden Spikes. Because the railroads that are there, headquartered there. I also had on here, I had Golden Spikes / Express.
The Express would be pretty cool.
Yeah, but the Omaha Golden Spikes. So there you go. That is my number 3. Tommy, you're number 4.
Number 4. I'm gonna go with the obvious one. Portland.
Portland was on
That
my
would
list.
make it easier for a lot of the West Coast teams, like
So that was
Seattle,
my number 7.
like with Seattle, LA, like
Good
both
God, I really am gonna
like with Seattle,
that one. Holy
the
shit.
Dodgers,
Yeah,
Anaheim,
Athletics.
Oakland. I mean, they're sooner or later might get out. They're probably gonna get out of there soon too.
Dude, don't say where they might go because that's on my list.
I have no idea where they're gonna go.
Anyway,
Whatever city builds a team.
so what did you
stadium
name the
for them.
Portland team?
Lumberjacks?
I went with the Portland Beavers because that is the
See,
state
that's a
animal
good.
of Oregon.
See, you know what's funny? I thought about that one too.
Yeah. So that was Tommy's number 4. My number 4. I'm surprised this hasn't gone yet. I am a big fan of this city. They were hosting the Blue Jays.
Buffalo.
The Buffalo Stampede.
They would have to. The thing is, like you've seen highlights of when Toronto was playing in Buffalo. Like they would have to build them a new. Like they would have to build a brand new stadium.
So here's the thing. I actually was looking into this. Buffalo already has plans to expand that stadium anyway to try and attract an MLB team.
Mm-hmm.
It is a 20.
It works, but here's
it's a 21,000 seat stadium, and they have plans to get it up to 35 with easy expansion to it. So that is why Buffalo is on my list. Was Buffalo on yours?
No, actually.
All right.
Because I thought, because with Toronto being there for a bit,
They got a good fan base there.
they could actually put an MLB team here.
Yeah. I think I was saying that the last podcast, which is why I'm surprised you didn't say Buffalo. Tommy, your 5th and final pick. We can go to 6 or 7 if you would like as well.
I mean, we're fine. I think 5 is fine.
Okay.
5 is like a good, perfect little number, even though it's an odd number. It's
Yep.
not an even number.
That's
It's
a
a
multiple of 5. Anyway,
multiple
you're
of
number
5.
5.
Number 5. Let's see. Let's see, what did I take first? Nashville?
Yep, you
And
went.
I
So
went-
let's review. So, Tommy's first overall pick, he said the Nashville Firebirds.
Mm-hmm.
My first overall pick, I went the Louisville Legends. Tommy's second overall pick, he went the Vancouver Mounties. I went the Charlotte Knights. Number 3 was...
Was it Indy?
Yes, the Indy Racers.
Indy Racers.
Mine was the Omaha Golden Spikes. His number 4 was the Portland Lumberjacks. And my number 4 was the Buffalo Stampede. Tommy, your number 5.
See, number 5, it's going to be hard. It's going to be... Number 5, I would definitely have to say Vegas.
Vegas was on my list. What did you name them?
Blackjacks.
I named mine the Gamblers.
See, I wanted to do that too. Like,
so my original thought when I put Vegas on my list to possibly choose from, I wanted to do Aces, but I looked up. That's the name of their
that's their WNBA basketball team.
I looked that up and I'm like, God damn it! But yeah, so the
but
Vegas
who
Blackjacks.
knows? They might have the speaking. I know I'm not. I know I'm not supposed to say this, but Oakland might move there.
That's who I was.
Kind of like what the Raiders did there as well. They built them a Death Star. So.
Wow. So with my number 5, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 teams to choose from that are still on my list that haven't been taken. But there's only one right answer for this final pick.
What's that?
The last one I was in Buffalo. My 4th one I was in Omaha. Or my 3rd one I was in Omaha.
Your 4th one was in Buffalo.
Yeah, 4th was in Buffalo. 3rd was in Omaha. 2nd was in Charlotte. 1st was in Louisville. Tell me, have you noticed a pattern with any of these cities so far?
They're all kind of in that...
They're all kind of around the same size as Kansas City. This team right here, this city, can be compared to Kansas City perfectly. It even has the initials in it when you see it on a scoreboard. My number 5 overall pick, Oklahoma City, and they're named the Oilers.
Really? The Oilers?
There's oil in
I
Oklahoma.
know there's oil in Oklahoma. Do you think I don't know that? As an American, I should know where the oil is.
It's in Texas and Oklahoma. And also Wyoming.
That shit is mine!
Yeah. What? I hear oil.
That
shit is mine. Yes, the Oklahoma City Oilers. Did you have Oklahoma City on your list?
See, I did not, actually.
It's a good pick, isn't it?
It is a good pick.
So, let us
to think that would actually be a good city because, like, you know, the Women's College World Series is there and everything.
So I had 3 in the Midwest.
Like, they have the Thunder.
Yep. Also, shameless plug, when I do my XFL video that I'm currently working on, I will also have Oklahoma City on that list. Maybe I'll bring Tommy along to discuss it with me. Some of the team names and everything.
The XFL?
Yeah, my idea and pitch for the XFL. So, let's review. Tommy, your number 1 pick was?
Nashville. Firebird. The Nashville Firebirds.
My number 1 was the Louisville Legends. Your number 2?
Vancouver Mounties. I was about ready to say Canucks for some reason.
Well, that's fine. Trust me. When I was looking at it, I'm like, God, can I do something spoofing Canucks? Can they be the Vancouver Canadians? My number 2 was the Charlotte Knights.
No, because they get sued by the Montreal.
No, they wouldn't.
Yes, they would. The Canadians? That's their team name.
I know.
They're the Montreal Canadiens.
You're not going to get sued for having the same team name.
As
long as it's not the same city.
That's true. As long as it's not in the
Your
same
number
city.
3?
Wasn't it was Portland, right?
Indianapolis.
Oh, it was Indy. It was Indy. Portland was my 4th.
Yeah. So Indianapolis Racers.
Something to do with racing.
My number 3 was the Omaha Golden Spikes. Your number 4?
Portland Lumberjacks.
My number 5 was the Buffalo Stampede. Your number 5?
It's the Las Vegas Blackjacks.
And my number 5 was Oklahoma City. Tommy, let's go over the teams that we did not get to.
So there's three on there that you're like, okay, they could probably definitely do an MLB team there. Orlando
was on my list.
Although that would hold on. In Orlando, that would kind of suck, especially in
the summer.
So, like, they would have to, as much as I hate to say this, like, they would have to do an indoor stadium. Because, like, in summertime in Florida, it could get stupidly humid there.
What did you name the team in Orlando?
See, I really couldn't, like, think of a team name for Orlando.
I went with the Orbit because of the Space Center right there.
That's a good name.
All right. What other rejects, as we're gonna sadly refer to them as, did you have on that list?
New Mexico, like a team in like Albuquerque.
I did not have that on my list.
Like that would be
too hot.
I get it's too hot there, but it would do something like. I couldn't really find a neat. I mean, like the Aliens, like because Area 51's in New Mexico.
Keep New Mexico on the mind for the XFL as well. I'll show you the preview list.
I know they had a team in
No.
Mexico.
No, they haven't.
What?
But for mine, I'll show you a preview.
I thought they
after
did.
This. No.
Or am I thinking Nevada? I'm thinking Nevada.
Anyway. Who else did you have?
New Orleans.
New Orleans was on my list.
What
What did you name them?
Would you do a partnership with Barstool? It'd be like the balloon. Like be the balloons. Where did that? I want to know where that came from.
I don't know.
That came from somewhere.
Anyway, they were the Zephyrs.
No, they were the Baby Cakes.
Well, no, there was a minor league team named the New Orleans Zephyrs.
Yeah, and then they changed their name to the Baby Cakes.
Oh, okay. What did you have the New Orleans name as?
It'd
The
definitely
Balloons?
be something like the balloons or like the baby or like the king cake, like king cakes.
I went with the New Orleans Magic. I thought about the Jazz. Because street jazz in New Orleans.
I get where you're
I
coming
couldn't
from.
come up with a lot of good ones for New
where you're
Orleans.
coming from.
It wasn't like some of these other ones that I had on my list. What other cities did you have?
That's pretty much it. I really couldn't.
Those
think
were
of
the only
anything
ones?
else. I mean, okay, I can't do teams that already have minor league teams. I mean, Charlotte was an exception.
I know that you had Birmingham on your list.
Birmingham was on my list. So
I did not have them.
I forgot to write it down though.
All right, let's go with the ones that I had that we did not discuss.
At least name 4 or 5 of them. Don't name
I think
all
I
of them.
only have. Hang on, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I got 6 that are left. We've done a lot of them. Yeah, I'll leave the last one off the list because I didn't have a name for them. So on the list, they were my number 10. Another Canadian city, the Calgary Huskies.
Oh, Calgary would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
To have a baseball team there.
Yeah.
There's baseball in Canada. Like, ever since Toronto came back to the Rochester, I'm like, God, I want to more baseball in Canada.
My only team that had a state as their name, the Iowa Reapers.
Where would you put them?
Des Moines. I mean, what, was I going to put them in Davenport? Like...
Iowa City?
Yeah, exactly. Like, Des Moines is going to be your best shot. The next one was the Jacksonville Elite, because I'm just going to go ahead and assume that Tony Khan owns them, and they'd have a tie-in partnership with AEW. So
most definitely.
So they'd be the Jacksonville Elite. All right, the next two are also names that have came up for XFL teams as well. The Hartford Machine.
In Connecticut?
Yeah. It could work.
Could.
You're telling me that not a good portion of those people that are going to Red Sox games aren't from
Connecticut
or Delaware or anything down there?
I don't know.
Or this next city, the Providence Power.
You know what would be a good one that I didn't really think of? Would be Sacramento. Even though it's just like, okay, Sacramento.
I did not do Sacramento, but...
I didn't do Sacramento. I'm just now thinking of that.
Yeah. The last one, I'm just going to go ahead and say, I didn't come up with a name for them, so they're the Salt Lake City Baseball Club.
That'd probably be their name.
Well, I mean, you could do Pioneers.
Yeah,
but
probably could.
Or Trailblazers or, something like that. But, yeah. So, Salt Lake City. So, there you go. Let's review the list. Tommy had Nashville.
Nashville. Vancouver.
Yep. Nashville, Vancouver. Nashville, Vancouver, Indianapolis.
Indy, Portland, and then Vegas.
Vegas. I had Louisville, Charlotte, Omaha, Buffalo, and Oklahoma City. I will be doing
You better do a cool logo for the Nashville one.
I will show you the one that I did for the Stars. And also the one that I already had for the Beavers as well. So, there's a Nashville Stars logo. Hang on.
Oh, that's it?
Well, I mean, obviously.
I mean...
What, do you want to see the Louisville Legends one?
No. Not really. Okay, never mind. You're showing it to me then.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Oh shit, Cesaro just showed up. But yeah, there you go. So those are our total combined 10 teams. That's the Charlotte Knights logo.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, the Charlotte Knights logo is... I did a good job on that one. So we already know what we're doing for next week. We discussed it the earlier in the podcast.
What?
We're going to build a roster out of the talents that have been released.
That is the roster out of the talent that was released. That is just
out of the last two.
Out of the last two?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
We'll do that live on the podcast.
Okay.
Anything else that happened in sports? Oklahoma and Texas are officially getting in. I don't know if we mentioned that last week.
Oh, are they really? They actually are paying those $80 million in exit fees?
They said 2025 or whatever it was.
I thought you said they were, getting out now. Wait.
I know that some of them are trying to, but anyway. So anything else that happened in sports newsworthy?
Nothing that I know of. NBA.
Yeah, free agency happened.
Free agency.
USA won the gold medal count.
USA won certain medal counts.
No, the gold medal count.
They won the gold medal count.
And just one medal count overall. Anything else?
No.
I can't think of anything else that happened. But, we're getting ready to go to the Royals game as they'll get ready to take on the New York Yankees. And, Tommy, what do we always say about the Yankees?
Dude, the Yankees suck.
No,
Yankees suck.
What do we say?
No, they always say Yankees suck.
No, I know, but what do we say?
That and fuck the Yankees.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Fuck the Yankees.